click the button, start recording. Okay, hey, welcome to Let's Play Dead Space 3, because I don't get to have nice things. We're gonna, new game, bottom slot. This is the not good one. And it's also part of the reason what the fuck? No. Part of the reason I, wanted to do these LPs in the first place was to talk about kind of how this series slipped so hard. So we're gonna have some conversations over the course of this Let's Play about things done terribly and, you know, some things done well, and then we'll talk about endings, and we'll talk about, and we're gonna do the expansion pack or the DLC and talk about how much of a fuck you, burn everything to the ground on the way out that was, because oh boy, that's an exciting experience.
Oh, I thought you said you liked the DLC.
No, I do. It's really good. It's also very blatantly Visceral Games realizing what's happening to them and saying, fuck you, I'm burning everything to the ground on the way out.
Oh.
It is, they realized what EA was doing. No, you're not doing this to our franchise. You know, yeah. Burning the building down as you leave.
You'll see. It's fucking wild.
300 years ago, with the discovery of the Black Marker, an alien artifact found under the old Gulf of Mexico on Earth. It seemed to hold the promise of limitless energy, until it produced dementia, insanity, and a twisted life after death known as necromorphs. The details of the original Black Marker disaster were buried in cover-ups and conspiracies, but not before an entire religion could be launched in the name of one of its researchers.
That's a book.
Altman.
I think I talked about that book in the first game's LP.
Turned him into a martyr, and unitology was born. To this day, it thrives. A secretive organization that believes the markers are divine, and their plan for us, a glorious unity of mind, body, and spirit. Generations after the Black Marker disaster, mankind found himself going extinct from lack of resources. Desperate, he sought to replicate the Black Marker in an attempt to harness its limitless energies for himself. The records of this era are unclear, but we now know the replication was successful, but the cost too high. The marker copies were all buried, hidden in secret places across the universe where, to all our benefit, they might have stayed. But 200 years later, during an illegal mining operation on Aegis 7, the planet cracker USG Ishimura unearthed one of the forgotten copies, a red marker, and with it, the start of a new wave of marker infections. A key survivor of that incident was an engineer named Isaac Clarke. That marker spoke to him and left him with a gift, a mental blueprint of the marker itself.
Step 3.
Isaac was captured and tortured by EarthGov, his mind harvested for the marker's secrets. The marker program was thus restarted, and a new one built on the populous Titan sprawl. But disaster quickly followed. He managed to escape, but just barely. There was nothing left but dust, just like Aegis 7. Since that time, the marker crisis has only deepened, and Isaac Clarke, his marker-touch mind still burning with the ability to build or destroy them, stays in hiding, determined to retreat from the markers and all they have wrought. But there is hope. A backwater ice ball of a planet, where 200 years ago, someone, somehow stopped a marker uprising in its tracks. A clue from the past that may save our future.
We gave that cutscene way more credit than it was due by being quiet.
No. Well. Well, like, I legit...
The only thing I had to add was I almost spoke up when they mentioned the unity of Bind, Monty, and Spirit, and I was like, yeah, unity in the third impact sense.
Yeah, I was kind of going like, no, everyone says, oh, so like, everyone's been this stupid for 300 years. Okay, gotcha.
You wagging your tail at me? Yeah?
And then when it said like 300 years ago, at first I was like, is there that big a gap between 2 and 3? Like,
No, you're quite a bit in the past.
Also, I guess I'm not sure how I feel yet about Isaac's mind considering to...
Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Serrano, do you read me?
Go ahead. I can turn this shit up.
Considering, like, having Isaac's mind still be considered to be, like, marker touched when, like, I don't know, for some reason I just kind of thought maybe his mind was linked to that specific marker, but now they've set up this thing where it's like, he has the ability to destroy any markers because he was touched by that one.
Oh, if you're shook by retcons, homie, you're in for a treat.
Find it. Doc, I'm not even sure what we're looking for.
Just follow the waypoint that's in your mind.
I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I can also already see where you're coming from on, like, how they maybe are kind of changing the way he was, like, just a guy originally.
Oh, yeah.
Isaac has become the chosen one.
I can't tell you anymore.
There we go.
Just get there. Look, do you hear me? You have to get there.
What?
Oh, it's lost.
What? Dang it!
So a fun thing this game does is it's got co-op as an option. There's just a second character here if you play co-op who's just not here if you're playing alone.
Did they ever speak or I imagine they don't ever really speak or have relevance then.
I think they actually do have some lines in this opening bit.
That's weird.
Because what's funny is, like, the second playable character isn't just some guy who, like, exists explicitly for this scene. No. He has, like, audio logs you find and shit. So he's, like, a character. It's super weird. And I don't think it's a spoiler to tell you that this is just the prologue. This isn't really what's going on. Later, when you're playing as Isaac again, there's another character who's the co-op character who will show up conveniently for cutscenes in single player and then disappear again. But if you're playing co-op, then he'll be there following you, you know, because you're playing with a buddy. It's fucking hilarious and stupid, and you'll see some shit. Like,
yeah, I was already gonna say that they should have just, like, bare minimum just made them be, like, AI controlled, and, like, maybe outside of co-op mode they don't really do much. Like, the monsters just kind of ignore them, and they don't really do much against the monsters either, damage-wise, but just, like, they're there at least.
No. They went for the funniest way possible.
There must be a way.
Sometimes they just show up for no reason when they have no reason.
They went
to
for the
have been
Goku
there.
instant transmission. Pop. Pop.
Yes.
It is comedy gold. And I'm prompting you with that information now so you can keep an eye on it, because it's funny. Break latch. Pew. Hello. Oh no. Are you ready for our first enemy? Just some dudes?
I guess they wanted. Yeah, this is also kind of a retcon because I don't think. I don't know. Like, at the point where they're this far gone mentally, shouldn't they already have transformed into a monster?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, why is there suddenly necromorphs that are just people with glowy eyes?
Do you see it?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's like, explicitly not how that works.
And honestly, like, it's might be kind of weird, but when I saw that the guy had an access pack, my first thought was, thank God, it's just a bunch of murderers, not necromorphs. But there's whatever these are.
These are necromorphs. They're just humans, and even the most humanoid necromorphs previously were still like fucked up. So I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, and like,
I mean, my first assumption is that this is supposed to be some idea of like, it's an early stage of transformation where like they haven't really mutated horribly yet. The problem is that that's not shown to be the way that works.
What was shown in
It's
two,
like,
yeah.
remember in 2 when we watched it happen in front of our very eyes?
And
dude
it
was not a necrom. Like, dude was in control of himself, and then immediately just like monster.
Yeah, yes. Guy was trying to help us because he was a doctor, and then he was necromorph. Like, this is how this works.
Can someone say built for co-op in mind? But it's okay.
Obvious.
I can open it alone.
I got it. Doc, I got it.
EA didn't give them the enough time to develop like AI partner. That would not surprise me.
Yeah. But
Where are you?
Hey, Doc, I'm hanging from a cliff, but I got whatever this is.
The Codex!
For what it's worth, they actually did make Tim here a character.
And don't stuff for anyone!
He's got a unique personality compared to like Isaac.
yeah,
That's good.
Kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I go down? Hello?
Do you go down or do you go up?
I got him down. He won't
go down.
What button am I forgetting here?
Is there like
Okay, it's shift. It's
okay.
shift.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there like a jump button? I was gonna say a jump button, but no, this is Dead Space. You don't jump.
Apparently I died.
Tim, where are you?
Hey, Doc, I'm hanging from a cliff, but I got whatever this is.
The Codex! It's the key to saving everything! Meet me at the site.
The Codex.
Don't stuff for
The
anyone!
key to saving everything.
The Codex of Infinite Wisdom.
The Codex of Infinite Wisdom? But what is a paladin?
What is a pal? Shout out to anyone who actually got that reference besides us.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can't be the only people around here who know references to, by this point, obscure PC RPGs.
Yes. Yeah. Really
Slash
obscure
internet
RPGs,
reviewers.
really obscure, yeah, like obscure, I guess, retired now, question mark reviewers.
Hey, we lived. Oh,
That's surprising.
this seems bad.
Oh, I mean, that is... I know that
Every one of them.
General Mahad, sir.
Where's Dr. Serrano?
you're going to die.
Serrano, always the optimist.
Well, he said I should take this into the city. He said there's still time to stop it, sir. There's still time.
We lost control! And now, for the love of Earth and the sovereign colonies, we've got to do what's right. You love the Earth, son. Your mom and dad.
Yeah, yes, sir, of course.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Okay.
Stupid fucking opening.
I mean, it's...
Like, I get it. From a plot perspective, I get what it's doing, but holy shit. Wow.
I think I didn't understand what it's doing.
It's literally just to set up the MacGuffin of the Codex.
Yeah. Now there is a codex that has
Okay, yeah, I just don't understand the motivations. Like, I thought he was killing the dude to take it, but then he also shoots himself. I'm like,
That actually will be
What?
explained later, so...
okay.
that I actually think I got. It's
Pick up the phone.
he's either being controlled. Well, it's more than likely because he deleted the only thing that could defeat them. Or that guy is just like really stupid gung-ho about stopping this to the point of stupidity and insanity.
Yeah, you're overthinking it a little bit, to be honest. It becomes... It's determined through audio logs that I may or may not find later, that was just their containment protocol. Kill everybody. If there's nothing to feed on, then everything's dead. You know, kill everybody.
You as Clark?
That does make sense.
Anyway, plot
But-
everything.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
Lift him up.
Containment
Time, so I'm gonna make
protocol for the, like, necromorph type thing?
expert on markers.
Yeah.
You created one.
I didn't make shit. Your government made me.
They don't need people to be alive to turn into necromorphs.
I didn't say it was good containment. I didn't say the game was well written. I just said it was
But
well written.
I mean, it makes
Suicide.
sense in a weird way, but you know, like
She's totally
from
fine, you.
a line of thinking.
Where is she?
But
What'd you do?
we know more than they do.
Unitologists have breached the inner concourse. We can't hold them.
Captain, run out of time. Gotta go.
She's out there all alone, Isaac, and I can't help her unless you help me.
Okay. Okay.
Get the fuck off of me.
Here. Let's get moving.
I hate people like that leader guy, and I can't wait till he dies.
Yeah, let's replace our plasma cutter with, I don't know, a gun? Just a gun?
Just a gun.
Oh, you think I'm fucking kidding? Look at that. It's just a gun. Yeah, we still got the plasma cutter, but why did he give me just a gun? This is meaningless to me. This is worthless. This is worth less than giving me nothing. It's just
yeah,
a
because
gun.
we've established in the original.
Twins.
Yeah, bullets do nothing. I mean,
Personal journal, Isaac Clarke. We each lost a part of ourselves during that nightmare in the Titan sprawl. For Ellie, it was her eye. Luckily, we found a replacement we could afford. Even though the color doesn't quite match, at least she can feel whole again. Me, I lost part of my soul, and there's not a damn thing I can do to get buy that back. I guess ultimately that's why she left. People want things they can fix, and I'm permanently broken. Yep, power couple's broken. There you go.
well, I mean, it's
Playback.
Also depression.
Also,
Yeah.
depression and
Earthrise apartment.
This message is for the residents of apartment.
PTSD.
Your rent
Yeah.
is past due. This is your final notice. Failing in 3 days will result in eviction.
Down on his luck too, apparently.
yep.
Broken. Living
So this is kind of sound weird, but
I said I'd help you. Now where's Ellie? How long has she been missing?
This game's really talky. You can just keep that on.
yeah. I mean, important plot stuff happening. I mean, this seems like mainly just like backstory from Isaac, and I can gather quite a bit from what we've gleaned already. Yeah, all right. You know, like
Homeboy very blatantly has severe PTSD, and
yeah,
that tore his
severe-
relationship apart. It's
yeah. It's pretty, yeah.
Italian, what do you mean?
anyway. That's Norton. That's Carver.
Looks clear.
This is your co-op character.
Oh.
Let's go. Thomas, get the car. Go, go.
I'm just waiting for him to just disappear.
Well, I mean,
So, remember when they said unitologists hid from the shadows? Yeah, that's all a bunch of fucking bullshit. They have a
And now
goddamn
they're-
army with suicide bombers and all that nonsense.
Move it. Take
so they went from like a shadowy cabal to an actual terrorist organization.
Yeah. Also, hello Dead Space, where I shoot human enemies.
I wouldn't mind that change if unitology hadn't been established as a thing that's been around for as long as it has.
The cool thing about unitology was always just that it was this like powerful entity that rivaled the government, but didn't necessarily inherently resort to these violent measures. It was like a shadowy organization that had a very,
you know, like the real world equivalents.
Yeah. When I could make, it was really cool when I could make Scientology jokes about it, but I mean, Scientologists aren't strapping C4 to themselves and blowing up cars.
Yeah. These guys went from like Scientologists to ISIS.
Why are they trying to kill us? You! They're trying to kill you! What?
Or the equivalent, you know.
Son of
And just in case you really always wanted it, yes, I am shooting human enemies in Dead Space. That's what I've always wanted, was cover-based shooting playing Dead Space.
I have a question.
I have an answer, probably.
There are human enemies. You have a plasma cutter.
Yes.
Plan.
Can you just like...
Yes.
Convergence?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean...
Yes, I can.
Followed you here?
You know, I just figured I'd ask, like... With a necromorph, taking out one arm isn't necessarily enough to kill it. Is that enough to kill one of the people?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just kind of curious, like, how they took that.
I mean, to be fair, like, humans as antagonists has been a thing since the second game. It's just that it's only been in cutscenes.
I don't mind humans as antagonists. I don't care for humans as
enemies.
Where is he?
Actually, I mean, I guess there was like the one bad guy in the first game as well, but I just mean like
That guy
it's the
just
second
took
game where you had
two.
legitimate opportunity for like standoff with people.
What I liked, it was in Dead Space 2, when the human enemies would shred you and you had to avoid them because you're a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. This is... What the fuck, dude?
Are they supposed to be that fast? That doesn't seem right.
Transport.
Cars?
Stop for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unmanned transports don't stop for anything.
Yeah, that's how fast they're supposed to go. I mean, it's fucking silly and ridiculous, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, it looks incorrect.
Yes.
How do I stasis? Is it F? No. R? E? G? I played the controller last time.
There's something about the perspective where it kind of looks okay when they're far away, but they maybe needed to slow it down when it gets closer.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay, they're unmanned. The only reason they have that line in there is so you're not a murderer of innocent civilians.
Yeah, so you're not just like, oh, what have we done?
I'd also give them a pass if they weren't wheeled vehicles, like if they were hovercrafts or something. Jetcrafts.
Fucking Isaac, fucking climb. E. It's
He's so
climb.
angry.
He's just mad. He's like, God damn it, I'm in this game again? Thought we were playing all the good ones today.
And like, he still has his, like, engineer
helmet off?
weighted suit stomp.
Yeah, even though he's just wearing like a fucking jacket.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, I didn't even kind of realize that it's not supposed to be any kind of suit. I mean, why does he have the... I guess the bars thing is like a part of that's just grafted onto his body. It's not part of the suits.
It's just a rig. You can slap it on anything. You can slap it on any clothing. What I love is that this dude's just wearing cargo shorts and like some Timbs, or cargo pants and some Timbs, but you know, fuck bodies, I guess.
Yeah, he can stomp everything. It's
cute.
Brothers and sisters, the age of man is at an end. We have become too many with too little to go around. Corporations that we once trusted with our money have squandered it. The governments that
like that's anything new.
Trusted with our future sabotaged it. To their eternal credit, we are dying. But fear not. There is a future. As promised by the prophet Michael Orton, the Black Marker has a plan. All of you.
I just got followed by another porn bot.
From our miserable existence, and we will become one.
I guess this is what you get for being horny on Maine?
I guess.
Yes. You get for being horny on Maine. Yes.
We will live on. Not as men, but as God. The Church of Unitology.
The one unique thing I have to give Unitology is that not everything they're saying is made up. Like, it's misleading and kind of wrong, but also, like, the Black Marker is a real thing that actually does things. It exists.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing... He's repeating now. The thing has always been, like... They're based in a truth. It's just a highly distorted version of that truth.
Why topple the government?
It's just this game takes it in such a fucking dumb direction.
With the markers thinks it's heresy. So you can imagine what they think of you. Have you?
Oh yeah, I mean it's like like all of the Unitologists just suddenly, for some reason, have gone off their rocker completely.
There's no like. There's no build up to this Unitologist revolt thing.
Yeah, it is, and then suddenly they have an army.
Sure, we destroyed a marker, but so what? There's like a bunch of them, and that was like the main deal in the last game was EarthGov.
There was even like an audio bit, a post-credit stinger, where it's like they clearly didn't give a shit that just one marker was gone.
This one's still alive.
Yeah.
Bring him here.
How? They just opened up on him.
I lived, bitch.
I mean,
just the man I was.
And he's only down to yellow.
Energy, you're going to be dead in a minute.
To be fair, they've seen Isaac taking some shit in these games.
Not in cargo pants and a jacket.
Yeah, I mean, and not just being
I guess that's fair.
All the major
that many bullets center mass. I don't care who you are. You're not getting up from that.
You help make.
Oh, he did fall down. The only reason he's standing is because someone helped him up.
People get to watch me set them free.
Yeah, but he's still standing.
Yes.
To everyone. Death is only the beginning, Isaac. Nature must take its course, and I can't allow you or anyone else to stop that. Eyes forward, Isaac. Pay attention.
So this is partially what I was referring to when I said this game was a fucking burn it to the ground moment.
There went EarthGov. Oh yeah, and I noticed our companion has disappeared miraculously during all of that.
He's just gone. Bye.
I can't say I really understand the point of that. Like,
it released a marker.
No,
that was the marker.
They need Isaac for that?
They wanted him to see it. They were saying it was a villain gloating. Look at what I'm doing before I kill you.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I didn't see the point of that.
Well, there's never a point when a villain does that.
Yeah, it's a dumb Bond villain. The guy would, I'm a Bond villain now.
Shoot him a bunch. Oh, good, he's still alive. Stand him up. Hey, look at this shit. Okay, now I'm gonna kill you.
Finally, the necromorphs have arrived. Unfortunately, it's more of these weird fucking things.
So the necromorphs haven't really arrived then, have they?
No, sir.
Oh, it's just these things again.
Yeah.
Now they spawn tentacles when you shoot them. Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
I mean, they're getting better, but they're not what they should be.
You're getting better.
There's actually some really cool necro designs later. It's just like those things exist in Arlene.
Yeah. I would have much preferred like regular old necromorphs.
We will get
some, just like some basic baby, standard necro. Well,
they are in the game, and I mean live ones are too. Just not yet.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah.
Can I do it yet? Oh yeah, here you go. They added a combat role to this game.
Oh.
So you're shooting human enemies with guns. You can do the combat roll. It's very important.
Because every game has to have a combat roll.
It's true.
I mean, they're fun, but
at this point in age, and this was EA. Yes.
Yeah.
This is when EA declared from on high survival horror doesn't sell, and
literally a sentence about told to the developers of this game, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, survival horror doesn't sell. This needs to be an action game, man.
There was
it needs to have microtransactions.
This game does.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
one of the few things I knew about this game from the start.
There's an interview about how the original version of Dead Space 3 was this like psychological horror experience, and it sounded super cool. And then there's an interview about how Dead Space 4 was going to be like this like ship hopping spooky adventure, and it's all dead now.
Yeah.
EA said no. Psychological horror doesn't sell. Make it an action game, and I think Visceral saw what was going to happen to them and decided, fuck it. We'll make the best game we can.
And this is why Brute is apprehensive and salty towards the remake. Is that what it is of the first game?
Yeah, the remake of the first game. EA forced this company to essentially fuck themselves over, so this company burns their IP to the ground, and then EA's like, yeah, let's make a remake. People were into that series, right? Look at those Resident Evil games selling. Yeah, fuck you, EA.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird mixed feelings kind of thing if it's actually good.
I'm gonna be.
It might not be, so we'll see.
I don't even know if I want it to be good or not. I haven't decided yet. I'm still really like.
Yeah. Part of me is like, I feel wrong actively hoping a big game is going to be absolutely terrible, because if it is, the people who worked on the game, they're the ones that are going to suffer for it. Okay. So it's like, as a human thing, but as a fuck EA, I hope they lose an insane amount of money. Okay. I don't care.
I think it's hard not to have mixed feelings, basically. Complicated feelings.
I'm way too into this series to just be like, fuck yeah, remake. But but at same virtue, I'm way too into this series to be like, boo, fuck you, remake.
Yeah. It's like, part of me hopes it's good because Dead Space with modern day graphics, that would be awesome.
Well, if it's good, there's potential that I get the Dead Space psychological deep dive I've always wanted.
Poppy thing we want, yeah.
And if it's bad, then fuck you, EA. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you, EA. This is what you get for screwing this company over.
That's a pretty cool model, actually.
Yeah.
Remember when combat encounters had a sense of urgency? Do you notice how it's just completely gone, and I'm using the basic bitch weapon?
Yeah.
Well, you use the plasma cutter most of, like, Dead Space.
This game, we will not be doing that because there's an interesting mechanic with weapon crafting where you can make really unique weapons by combining different parts of weapons to make weird shit. Like a shotgun with a shotgun attached to it.
Did that necromorph actually hit you and it took off like barely any health?
I don't know, did it? Wasn't really paying attention.
As crazy as it sounds, a shotgun with a shotgun attached to it sounds like something that it probably won't be practical, but we need to see that.
It was awful. It didn't work at all, but, you know, I made it.
Maybe it didn't hit you, maybe it just like came really close.
If it's not too stupid expensive in, like, in materials, do that just for the novelty of it.
No, we'll make some weird shit, don't we?
You know.
Okay.
When we get to that point.
Made it to the train station.
What about Phoenix Men?
I lost some of the panic. This outbreak may buy us some time.
Well, grab a train. Let's go.
No good. Looks like the train was getting refitted with a new power car.
So?
I'm gonna have to put it back together.
Do it fast. Danik's gunships aren't far off. We'll try to draw them away then. Be fast.
So in no way telegraphed at all, Unitology as a whole has just kind of decided to revolt and they blew up EarthGov.
Yep.
Yes.
EarthGov is down to its last battalion of soldiers, which is going to turn out to be 2 guys who are the only soldiers we see for the rest of the game. EarthGov were the people who kidnapped us in the last game and made us do all the stuff on the Sprawl. So, yeah, that's cool.
All train cars are aligned. Departure process initializing.
Oh, also, we just have a gun. Not any kind of special gun, not some limb-destroying gun. They just handed us a fucking gun.
Train's hooked up.
Yeah.
To head out the south gate.
You missed us shooting.
We've been fighting people.
Yeah, you missed us shooting human enemies.
I'll close in once you clear the city.
Like just guys with guns.
This is gonna be tricky.
Not necromorphs with guns, not anything cool like that. No, just dudes with gun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, terrible.
Now's not the best time, Isaac.
And unlike they established into becoming a necromorph isn't something that just happens. It's apparently more like becoming a zombie with messed up skin.
I don't know. There's no consistency in what turns you into what necromorph anymore. Some guys becomes the guys with axes, some guys turn into slashers. There's no consistency.
Here comes the cavalry.
But yeah, the first necromorphs we've been shown were ones that were just kind of like
dudes with axes.
barely different from human. They just weren't acting normal.
Why was I stuck behind that cover? Here's those human enemies.
Yeah.
This is the Dead Space you're not too
This is the
happy
shitty
with,
one,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it bad as in like the story is bad?
Yep.
Or
Also the gameplay.
Get your ass up here.
It's just bad.
it's just bad?
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, already look at this.
I don't know if I would call the gameplay bad in just a completely overall sense, but it's more the fact that it's taken it from the tense,
They've
survival horror type of thing to more of an action game.
Yeah. There's no tension here. It's not good game. Not good game space. Dead play. Wow.
Now or never, Isaac. Come on.
Yeah.
We have an action dodge roll.
Wait. It's really hard to do. Okay, I can't do it here.
Nothing left.
Not enough space.
Launch in 5, 4, 3.
And there he goes. He showed up.
There's the other guy.
He shows up.
Oh yeah,
fuck.
there's a co-op character who's actually relevant to the story sometimes, but when you're not playing the co-op mode, the character just pops in and out of existence.
Yeah.
He just shows up when he needs to show up. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, because the guy was with us when everything started, then just was gone. And now he somehow made it onto everything before us. because he helped us up. And now I bet he's gone again.
Actually, he'll be ambiently in this area because it's a safe space.
Ah.
See? There he is.
Okay.
My boy.
Cute kid. You leave him behind?
He's dead. Dana killed him. And his mother.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't be. We're not friends.
Cool.
Oh. Thanks for the rescue back there.
Try harder next time.
Carver.
Wow, what a fucking dickhead.
Good, we're almost there. Get your ass.
Yeah.
Heard the man.
Jeez. So one thing I want. Good.
I was gonna say, do I need to get this so we can co-op it to make it more interesting?
Alright, well, here's something interesting. There are co-op only missions that I won't be able to show off in this playthrough, and the second player playing as Carver gets all the interesting missions, or gets all gets the interesting perspective. And because you play as Isaac and him together in these missions, but
right.
The whole thing is it's the marker makes you crazy, right? Except Isaac, because he's got it in his head now. So if you want the cool marker hallucination stuff, you got to play as Carver in the co-op missions. Because he's not been exposed to a marker before.
Recorded message playback.
Hey, look, I'm on patrol. Make this quick, all right?
It's his birthday.
Shit.
Is that Dad? Thanks for the present, Dad. When are you coming home?
Soon.
Okay. I love you, Dad. Who wants to play soldiers?
You gave him a soldier.
John, he idolizes you.
Well, you better get that idea out of his head. You got that? I gotta go.
Yeah. You get that out of his head right now.
There was a cool intro to this game that made no sense. You know how necromorphs can just, turn dead bodies into necromorphs?
Yeah.
Apparently, some outpost had the containment protocol for necromorphs of just, if something starts, kill everyone.
With
so the scenario ends with, a military dude taking a plot MacGuffin from you, shooting the character you're playing as in the head, and then shooting himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep. So I love how you listen to that deeply personal audio log, and he's just standing there, not giving a shit. And he just doesn't care. This game's great. We reached 42 minutes, so we'll go ahead and cut this one here and pick up here at this exact spot.
Yep.